Who is the happier man? He who has braved the storms of life and lived, or he who has stayed securely on the shore and merely existed? Hunter S. Thompson. Happiness is often thought of as a state of mind or a destination, a formula of things that need to occur before happiness can be realized. This implies that we need to look to a material source or rely on meeting a preset criteria in order to be happy. Happiness is really a category that encompasses the broader set of emotions. The phrase, happiness is a warm bed, or happiness is a cooked meal, give an anecdotal structure to relatable situations. That does little to truly define happiness or how to sustain it. No doubt most people want to live in a state of happiness, but what does it really take? Can you even be happy and face adversity? Can you be happy when your world is crumbling around you? What if I said you could be happy anytime you wanted? With a little focus and the shifting of your outlook, you can have happiness whenever you want. In this video, I'll explain 3 simple techniques that are going to help you become happier. In Stoic writing, the Greek word eudaimonia is used to describe the human condition of flourishing or living well, often simplified and used interchangeably with the word happiness. Like all emotions, happiness is just a chemical reaction in the brain created by the release of serotonin. So living well makes your brain tell you you're happy. Simple enough. However, what does it take to live well? $1 million? The perfect mate? Your dream job? Those are all external, therefore can be taken away at any time. You only have the ability to change one mind in the whole universe, and that is your own mind. You can try and maybe succeed in changing others' minds, but it can change again just as easily as soon as you turn around. You can only know your own mind for certain. Here are 3 techniques that will help you change the outlook so you can live well. Number 1. Alter your judgment. Control anger. Anger is temporary madness and is a poor guide to happiness. Once again, anger is just an emotion created by a chemical reaction. Although very difficult to control initially, with practice, anger can be ignored. And when ignored, anger dies quickly. Do not feed into anger by dwelling on the thoughts that anger you. Take responsibility for your thoughts. Stimulus versus response. If something bad is happening to you, it is your choice to respond to it positively or negatively. When confronted with hardships, take note of your initial impression. Is this impression helpful or is it detrimental? Is this an automatic behavior? If your goal is to be happy, then anger is detrimental to yourself. Anger is like drinking poison and hoping that it kills the other person. I'm focused mostly on anger because it is the initial response to negativity and has a cascading effect. To quote Yoda, fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Number 2, live virtuously. Have a good character. I like to call the motherhood test. Do only things that you would be proud to tell your mother about. Acts of kindness. The cliche is better to give than receive has a lot of merit. Do not follow the crowd. Are the people around you happy? If not, why would you want to be doing the same things that they are doing? Accept whatever is happening around you, whether it's good or bad. We can only influence our own actions and make our own judgments. We do not get to choose what happens to us, but only how we react to what is happening. There are 2 natures, the nature that surrounds us and the nature that is inside you. Realize that you are a force of nature and can determine your own thoughts. You can apply this to no matter what is happening around you. This is an acceptance and a choice. You choose to say, this is happening and I choose to remain positive. This will put you in harmony with the situation. You are now going with the flow and not fighting it. Do not accept your predicament creates anxiety, regret, and misery. Accepting does not mean you agree or are happy about the situation. It simply gives you the power to deal with it. It simply gives you the power to deal with the situation in a positive light. You could be in a nightmare situation with no way out, As soon as you accept the situation around you for what it is, you can now deal with it in your head and stop being victimized. Once you accept the reality of what is happening to you, you can then decide for yourself how to deal with it. Expect nothing from life. Marcus Aurelius went even as far as to say, begin each day by telling yourself, today I will meet with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness. If you are expecting nothing, or even expecting worse, your day can only improve. And if it does not improve, then you are already prepared and ready to show mastery of oneself. If you feel entitled, you will feel slighted when that entitlement is not fulfilled. You should not feel entitled to anything in life. Are you entitled to a good and loving father, or are you just entitled to a father? Entitlements impose expectations in life. This causes an incongruity. The world will do what it wants and not what you expect of it. So censure no one, praise no one, blame no one, accuse no one. Have a direction in your life. Have a goal. Know who you are. Have short-term and medium-term goals. Make them realistic and make them attainable. But also have an overall goal in life that is not something that is to be achieved, but is more of a standard of living. Some of the most depressing times in life come shortly after achieving a goal, especially a goal that you have worked a long time to achieve. Of course, it feels amazing to achieve this goal, but soon after you feel at loss because you no longer have a driving purpose. But if your goal is a sustainable life motto, then you can always work toward being that better person. Live in the moment. When you expect nothing, the joy of the moment is all that matters. The past is fleeting, and the future is uncertain. All you can know is nothing lasts forever. So enjoy the happiness when you can, and take solace knowing that bad times will pass. Happiness is available at any time, so you must alter your outlook and take responsibility for your thoughts. This won't always be a joyous, happy mirth, but it can be a peace of mind, and that is the foundation of happiness. Be happy for this moment. This moment is your life. Marcus Aurelius.